Hey YouTube, Cat1001 here. Today we're going to be doing a review on the JG G36C. Currently, I don't know if this is going to be final or if eventually it's going to go away, but JG has been sued by H&K for their G36, HK36 lines. Anything of that sort is currently discontinued. Hopefully they bring them back, but I'm not sure if H&K is going to allow that or if they're just going to continue to keep that on them. But anyway, if you do obtain one of these guns, they're really nice. They're version 3 gearboxes, so finding parts isn't going to be a problem for them. I know currently the magwell adapters for M4 mags, if you guys are going to get one of these, looking into that might be worth the money, because like I said, most of the G36s, unless you're going to go buy Umrex, are discontinued because of H&K. Moving on with the review, this is the compact version, G36C, that's what the C stands for, and it's a G36, it's where the first half of it comes from. The compact means that the stock is a side folding stock. It'll go and fold in half. On the one that I have, the nub here is actually really strong. To get it to lock into position, it's not going to move, it's not going to disconnect on you. Actually, like, if you just push it out, it's pretty hard, so you want to lift up and then pull out, so then you can bring it back and lock it into full stock position. This gun is two-tone painted. I custom painted it. It doesn't come like this. It'll come in full black. The orange tip is a requirement of US shipping labels, just because that's the way America is. I have the plug that goes on top of this. I actually drilled a hole in the center of it and painted that, so that'll slide over and that'll be colored. And here's the tip. I just painted it to match the rest of the gun, so when I put it on, it brings out and camouflages that, because it was easier than just painting over it. Honestly, it's more reliable, and that way if I go to a CQB field where they still require an orange tip, which I don't know of many, but if there is some weird field out there that requires an orange tip, I can just pull it off and hey, I got my orange tip back. But currently this gun has a little over 4,000 rounds put through it, so this gun has been field tested and it is worthy, it is ready. Some JGs you get lemons where they're just really bad and you're lucky to get a mag out of them before something goes through them. Either strip a piston, break pinions, something like that, just dumb things. Moving on, let's go from rear to front on this review. On the rear we have a rubber pad against the buttstock, which is really nice. Honestly, I don't recognize the different feel of a plastic to a rubber, but some guys out there do pick up the difference in the feel on them. This rubber is pretty hard, but if you do use it a lot, like I do, it's definitely going to mark up, so you know that that rubber definitely provides a little bit of cushion. The stock also has a slot for a sling attachment point. I don't have one because I just run a 1 point on it, which brings us up a little bit further in the weapon here. Here's the 1 point spot. It's actually built in on the G36. I'm not sure if all of them have it or if it's just the C that has it, but that's a really, really nice point. The mechanism that locks is steel. I'm not sure if it's actual steel or pot metal, but whatever the case, it's not gonna come undone on you. I mean, I can take it and pull on it, and it's not just gonna come out. Your from safe to semi is a pretty nice, satisfying click. On full auto, it doesn't really click. That might be mine, but when you take these off, underneath of there's little spots where it would click. I'm thinking about taking it off and drilling those holes a little bit deeper so it would click a lot nicer. But it doesn't pop out of whatever spot you have it in. Once you put it there, it's pretty set. It's not gonna budge, so it's really nice. Your mag comes with a standard 370 round high cap. You can buy higher mags that hold higher amounts. You can buy mid caps. You can even buy the SL9 mag, which is really short, but it's realistic because it holds 35 rounds. Moving on up a little bit, your charging handle, when you pull that back, and it is ambidextrous, it will come out to both sides. This gun is completely ambidextrous except for the side folding stock. But when you pull it back, it reveals your hop-up unit, up for hop, down for normal. I have it adjusted to shoot .2s. We've actually had this gun shooting .28s and be completely fine with it. Honestly, I would recommend using .25, .28 in this weapon, but just for a money purpose, I'm using .2s. Moving up on the weapon, we have our rail. It comes off with these 3 screws. Take those out, slide the rail forward or back, and it'll come off. When you do that, it reveals 2 lock nubs. The only thing you could really do is put on another rail or another upper type carrying handle on it. There's not an actual rail underneath of here. If there was, I would have flip up sights on this right now. For your sights, you have a 100 to 200 meter sight picture with a 300 meter flip, and the only true difference is the size of the peephole inside. In your front sight, it has a hole and it just has the stud. These sights are actually really good for what this gun is capable of. Your handguard just slides off, comes off. There's a pin that goes in the side. I don't have mine for the sake of the video, just so I can go over this a little bit faster. You have your fuse on here, and honestly, hardwiring this weapon would not be a problem. It would make your gun shoot faster. Also, if you put Deans on your batteries, it makes your weapon shoot a little bit faster, because from common physics, it takes a full connection versus a non-full connection, and it makes them a little bit higher for electricity flow. The one major downside to this weapon is an 8.4 is the only type of battery that'll fit in this, an 8.4 mini. Also, when you put these guns to Deans, they're a little bit more tricky to get the grip on, but once you have the grip on, you're good. The rate of fire on this has been increased with the Deans connected, but it still does really well. Honestly, I'm pretty sure that it gets around 14-15 rounds a second with Deans on it, with an 8.4 standard engine, standard motor, standard gear ratios. Nothing in this weapon has been changed at all, except for the Deans connector. The FPS I'm getting is 300 with .2s. Like I said, this gun's a little bit on the older side, so that might just be lost FPS. That might be an air leak somewhere in the system. But honestly, I don't want to make it shoot harder because I like an automatic that I can get up close and personal with. I don't have to worry about engagement that much. I believe out of the box they shoot around 350 to 360 FPS. I'm pretty sure that's what they do. Normally you'll have a rail system here, and on the bottom. You'll have 3 rails. 2 of my rails came off, and the bottom one I have, but I lost the screws, so honestly I really don't mind not having the rails. But if you are looking for something that has rails, C series would definitely be something to look at. The overview of the gun is just phenomenal. The craftsmanship is really good. I would seriously recommend getting a G36 to anybody who is looking for an automatic of small compact features. This is even smaller than an M4 stubby, and the M4 stubby inner barrel is a little bit longer, so just from common physics, it is longer. So the G36C is definitely more compact, plus the magazines can hold more. I believe you can get a 500 round high cap magazine for the G36 still with standard look, not adding anything to them. This has been the overview on the G36C, and if you guys have any questions, comment below or send me a private message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Kyle 1001 signing off.